All right, it's the 4th of Feb. It's a Tuesday. We're going to get to the charts in a second. We've got about 30 minutes to the NY Open. We're going to get to the charts in a second. All right. I think sound is all good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, let's start with the calendar. What do we have today? Okay, so no news today. There's nothing much. Just there's some news in about 2.5 hours on now. It's not important. I don't know why these are red, because these news events really don't do anything. As I've always said, the main news events that affect gold during the NY session are NFP, CPI, uh, retail sales, PPI, uh, and the interest rate decisions, and the FOMC meeting minutes that happen 30 minutes after the interest rate decision, right? Those are the main ones, right? Apart from those, the others really don't do much. So the only big one that we have this week is NFP. Now, having said that, like I always say, um, these news events, especially if it's about 2.5 hours from now, that's the close of the current 4-hour candle. So when the new candle opens, there'll always be a bit of volume. So that news event coincides with the new 4-hour open. So you can have some volume, right? But right now, for the next 2.5 hours, there is nothing. There's no news at all. Okay. Okay. All right. So on the daily, what do we have? We have a doji, a daily bullish close above 2800, but a doji, right? We had some sort of resistance at around 2830. If you were here during yesterday's stream, I did mention 2830 briefly, because it's about the midway point between 2800 and 2850. So I said somewhere around 2830 we might have a reversal, but that's all assumptions, right? Because there is no price action to the left. There's nothing. So that reversal could have happened at 2830, 240, 2840, 2825, anywhere, because there is no price action to the left. But it did happen at 2830. I did take a sell trade yesterday, because the setup that we discussed, that I shared, did play out. I'll get into that. Let's just spend a bit more time on the daily. So again, there is nothing to the left. So the only thing that we have on the chart is 2850, right? That's where price is heading most likely to. 2850 is the only thing that we have on the chart. There's nothing else, right? The psychological round number. So on the daily time frame, it looks like we're heading there. But then again, like I've said over and over again, anywhere between here and here in the 300 pip range, price can decide to pull back. It can decide to pull back 100 pips, 200, 300, 500, 600, 700 pips, right? God knows, because there is no price action to the left. So we can trade only what we see. I can trade only what I see. So what I see is in this 300 pip range, price could push up to 2850. It's very likely that we do so. Might be today, might be tomorrow. But in between, we can always have a retracement, right? And how far that retracement is going to be, where exactly the retracement is going to come from, I don't know, right? Because there is no price action to the left. So let's go to our 4-hour chart. We'll get a bit more information on the 4-hour chart. Before we do so, let's quickly do a recap of what happened yesterday. So I said, if you want to take sells, wait for M30 resistance to form, right? So here, this is the M30 time frame. M30 resistance formed here, right? Now, so once M30 resistance forms, then I go down to the 15-minute time frame and I draw my fib. So this candle broke this side, this candle broke this side, this is the highest high. So from the low of that candle to the high of that candle, I draw my fib. I entered optimal entry. I placed a pending order. Price came up perfectly, triggered it. And soon as it came down to this support level here, M15, I got out. Why? Because this is a counter trend trade, right? It's very, very dangerous. We're very bullish. So there is no reason to hold a runner or hold anything on a trade like this, right? Price is very bullish. We spoke about this yesterday on the weekly, daily, 4-hour, 1-hour, we're bullish, right? So there's absolutely no reason to hold a runner on these kind of trades, right? If we had any one time frame, like at least the 4-hour bearish, then I would have held maybe down here yesterday to the EMAs, or maybe even down here, and price may have come in the session. But you can see price came, rejected off that M15 support and pushed back up again, right? So I got out exactly there. That was about, I think, 100 pip move. Yeah, just over 100 pip move, and I placed my stop loss just above that candle right there. It's about a 50. It's about a 2-hour trade, right? Um, and that's it. Okay, and then later on we just ranged, and then we eventually did drop in the Asian session, but I don't count that as um, any additional, because I don't hold my trades. I very rarely hold trades overnight. Right? I do sometimes when I know when I'm trading with the trend. I sometimes hold a runner overnight. But if I'm trading against the trend, absolutely no. Right? It's a hard no, that if I'm trading against the trend, taking a counter trend trade when all the time frames are bullish, right down from the week, right down to the 1 hour, from the weekly to the 1 hour, there's absolutely no need to hold a runner. You need to get in, get out as soon as you can, right? Because price can reverse at any moment, because you are against the high time frame trend. You're taking a trade against the high time frame trend. Okay, so let's get rid of all of these. Um, yeah, let's just move these to the side. I had given two ideas. One were the buys, one were the sells. The buys did not work out. Price did not come down to the London high, nor did it come down to this H4 demand. So it was only the sells that played out, right? And the sells played out exactly how I had visualized them to play out. I wanted to see M30 resistance form, and that's exactly the candle that I got M30 resistance form there. Draw my fib, take the trade, but it's a counter trend trade. Remember, it's a very dangerous trade, right? But it fits my rules. It sits well in my rule book, so I did take the trade. But the trick is to get out as soon as you can out of the trade, right? With a fairly decent RR. Okay. We're going to be creating new weekly resistance very soon. But we have to wait. We have to wait for a few more days for that. But just like you have all these lines on my chart, like I have all these lines on my chart, is a weekly, support resistant levels. We're going to be creating a new one very soon. Right? We don't have enough candles yet, but in the next few days, we're going to be creating one. We're going to be creating weekly resistance. Probably have to wait until the end of the week for the weekly candle to close. Okay. Um, Anyway, on the 4-hour, okay, let's get to work. On the 4-hour, there is the rally and this drop right here, and then a further drop there. So maybe just gonna mark. We'll have to look at the 1 hour for this. 30-minute. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this as the base. That's 84 pips, 79, 79, 89. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to take this as the base in candle, the rally, base, and a drop on the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, let's put the numbers there. High is 047, 108, 1. Yeah, okay. And then in terms of demand, we'll have to look on the 1 hour because there's nothing, it's not clear. We've just been ranging, right? So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth candle. The last almost 20 hours we've been ranging. So we'll have to go down to the 1 hour. There is a level there. There is a level there that's been created. That has prices broken through that. So maybe look at the 30 minutes. Yeah. On the 1 hour, there is a level right here. Drop, 2 basin candles and a rally. Okay. I can't ignore that. That's a reaction to this source, rally, base, rally, rally, base, rally on the 1 hour. So that's the source. Okay, that's the source, rally, base, rally, and a single basin candle, rally, single basin candle, and rally. And price came, tested that area, broke below it, and created new demand, and is trying to push up, right? It's pushing up from it back into this supply. So we have to consider that. So this close is 512, low is 736. 512, 736. Okay, so H4 supply there and H1 demand here, right? Yeah, let's extend these also to the right. Price hasn't come there yet. Yeah. I'm going to extend this zone up here. Yeah, but extend this zone up to this 1 hour here. Yeah, that's better. 133, and this low is 313. 133. Okay. Let's relook at this liquidity candle. Let's just take that off for now. So this is still 1 hour demand. Still a high liquidity zone from yesterday, marked yesterday, and price is 280. Yeah, let's extend this also. Um, 30-minute. Yeah, yeah, that's okay. It's gonna keep that like that. Still, it's actually M30 demand, but I don't like drawing low time frame demand zones. Maybe this is the candle. Yeah, I'm just gonna mark this candle. Right, this candle rally, single basin candle, and the rally. This is as the leg out on the 1 hour. Okay, this is the leg out. So the rally, base, rally, leg in, base, leg out. 936, 539, 936, 539. Okay, just extend that to the right. Okay. All right. So we have supply up here, 4 hour supply up here. Right. That's the closest supply. That's the only supply close to current price. This 4 hour supply right here. Then we have 1 hour demand right here. We have on the 1 hour, we have a drop, as 2 basin candles and a rally. That's 1 hour demand. Then we have 1 hour demand right here and 1 hour demand right here, right? And that's good enough. We've covered about 330 pips, 340 pips to the downside. We are very bullish. Let's go back to the daily. We're very bullish, but the daily candle has made has grabbed liquidity from 2787, right? We've grabbed liquidity from 2787, which is weekly support now because price closed above it. So we grabbed liquidity from 2787, not 2800, 2787 weekly support, right? 2787 on the daily candle, and price is pushing up now. But if you look at the 4 hour, there isn't a liquidity grab on the 4 hour, and there isn't one on the 1 hour either, right? So I am anticipating that either today or tomorrow we have a candle like this, a liquidity grab, right? A liquidity grab on the 4 hour or the 1 hour or the 30 minutes, right? That's what I'm anticipating, either today or tomorrow, right? Now, I don't know when that's going to be. Is that going to be in the London session or the New York session? I don't know that. But I'm anticipating to see a candle with a big wick at the bottom, a big wick at the bottom, either today or sometime tomorrow. If not today, if not during the NY session or the NYSE session today, then maybe tomorrow London session or NY session, right? For if price is to continue up, you have it on the daily. We don't have it on the 4 hour and the 1 hour and the 30 minutes. So ideally, you need to see it. It'll happen on a lower time frame as well, right? Probably tomorrow. Could be tomorrow. Let's see. Um, okay, let's go back to analysis. Okay, so now next step is this. Once you draw zones, identify out of those zones which ones are high liquidity zones. So we have uh, 2 new zones that we've added to the chart today. These are the old ones that we had yesterday. So we're going to check if these are, if the 2 new ones are high liquidity zones or not, right? So on the 1 hour, let's go down to the 30 minute. On the 1 hour, it's not clear. Let's go down to the 30 minute. We have this push up. It has taken out, yeah, it has taken out this, you can say this drop, base drop, it's taken out this move up on the way up, it's taken out this, plus it's got the EMAs, price is bouncing off the EMAs, so I'm going to consider that as a high liquidity zone. All right, because there is supply here on the 30-minute. You can see that there is a drop, right? These are all these candles have larger wicks than bodies, but still this would be to me the leg out. So it's always easier, I've said this many times, it's easier to look for zones when you look at the structure backwards, right? So if you're looking for a drop based drop, look for that drop first, the clear leg out or the clear drop, which is this candle, right? This is a clean drop from here. So then this would be the base and this would probably be the leg in, right? So that's the base, and the base would be the top of the base, right there. It's about a 20 pip zone, and this candle took out that zone, right? So this is a high liquidity zone. Now, has this taken out anything to the on the 1 hour? Yes, we have demand right here, right? You have a rally, base rally, it's very clear, and this move down that started here has taken out this low. This low has taken out this low, right? So this is a high liquidity zone. Okay, next step is to identify a high liquidity candle. Okay, once you start doing these over and over again, it gets easy. It takes just practice. Okay, so price is already at supply. Now I want to see inside this zone, which is a 90 pip zone, is there a place that is there a certain candle or an area or a price level that can hold price, pause price, and push it back down again, right? That's what I'm looking for. So let's look on the 1 hour. The largest candle here is this. Let's go down to the 30-minute. That's still the largest candle, but the wick is outside the candle. We'll have to go down to the 15-minute. No top wick, price is coming above here. Very simple, very easy to identify, right? There is no liquidity here. Price is coming, this move up, we're coming above here, right? That's the closest wick that we have that can hold price, but price is coming above all of this, right? If you remember yesterday, if you were here and you watched yesterday's stream, I spoke about this. When there is very low volume, very low liquidity, you'll see price create like a kind of an arch, right? Either when price is going down on the downside, kind of a bowl, or an arch at the top when price is going up. Now, I'm not a pattern trader, so I don't use any of that, but that is something that I've noticed over the years, right? So price is going to break this. We're going to break this high. It's about 25 pips away. We're going to break this high. There is no wick, no top wick on this candle. Yeah, on the 15-minute, no top wick. 5 minutes. Yeah, still no top wick on this candle. So we are breaking above that. Now, let's go back, try to identify that liquidity candle. So the largest candle that we have is this. It's a 71 pip candle, but there's also this. I have to go down to the 5-minute. $54, $63. Yeah, this zone doesn't have liquidity. I'm going to mark this candle anyway on the 5-minute, but it doesn't have any liquidity left, I think. I think we've consumed all the liquidity in this zone, and I'll explain why. Yeah, we've come inside, right? So this candle is a 73 pip candle, but this candle is larger than this candle, right? So if this is the liquidity candle, it's clear on the 5-minute. That one, it's a 64 pip candle, and price has come. Yeah, we've crossed the 50% mark. There isn't liquidity left in this zone. Once we break this high, this 5-minute candle high, this 5-minute candle high is 2827. Once we break 2827, we're heading up, right? And we're coming up to that place. Yeah, we're coming up to break this high, and then we should easily come to 2827. And once we break 2827, I would, after that, I would be looking for a pullback after we break 2827, right? But price, this is not going to hold. There's nothing here. It doesn't seem like um, this area is going to hold and push price down, because the liquidity candle, I think, is consumed. That is the candle. Um, that's the 5-minute candle on the 5-minute time frame. That's the only time frame it's possible it's visible on, right? On the only time frame. On the 15-minute, it's not visible. It's outside the zone. The wick is outside. But on the 5-minute, it's clear, and we've come more than 50% of the way. It's a 63 pip candle. We've come 41 pips into it, right? And we are coming up now. We should easily come up here. I should come here just another 10, 11 pips more. And then we should break this high. Once you break this high, we should come easily and break this. So I said it when price was here, so that was about 50. Yeah, you got about a 50 pip move up, easy 50 pip move up. But I don't buy inside supply, right? I don't do that. So, but for whoever is trading, who doesn't kind of uh, look have these supply demand rules, then you can buy because price is heading up here. But the problem with that is, because we're inside supply, price can pull back or retrace at any time inside this. It can, right? Because it's a supply zone, right? So anytime it can also push right through, but it can also retrace at any time. Now, that liquidity candle on the 5-minute has been tested several times. That's the 5-minute candle. We've tested it once here. Then we push down, right? We push down almost 100 pips. Then we tested it again here, push down again another 100 pips. Then we tested it here, and we pushed down, and we tested it here, and we pushed down 160, 170 pips, right? And we tested it again. So yeah, one, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. We've tested this liquidity candle 5 times already. So I don't expect it to push price down any further. I think we might very likely break this. And once we break this high, the high is 2827. Once we break the high, we should go through. We should head up, right? So again, just like yesterday, my bias is bullish because all the time frames are bullish, right? From the weekly down to the daily, 4-hour. We're creating 4-hour support here. We've just created 4-hour support. That's a bearish candle, and that's a 4-hour a bullish doji candle, right? So that's creating 4-hour support. So we are bullish, right? And then if you look at the 1-hour, we've created demand here, 1-hour demand, and we also created 1-hour support here. And this candle is just, the 1-hour candle is just about to close, creating support yet again, right? So we're creating, so all what price is doing is price is creating higher highs and higher lows, right? That's what it's doing. So, and if it's doing that on all the high time frames, from the weekly down to the 1-hour, that means we're bullish, right? We're very bullish. So be very careful in trying to take sells here. I don't recommend it. I don't, I'm not interested in sells, at least from what I see now. I'm not interested in any sells. We've got about 2 minutes for the NY, about a minute and a half for the NY open. All right, so that's a liquidity candle. Now, let's keep going. We've got this zone here. If price pulls back to it, is there a liquidity candle where price can grab liquidity and push up from, right? That's the next thing to do. So let's look at the 1-hour time frame. We have this wick, right? So whenever I see a wick, I do have to mark it because that's a liquidity grab, right? So we're gonna mark that. Let's go to the 30 minutes. Yeah, so that liquidity grab is, there's a 30-minute large candle right there. And that candle is a 66 pip candle. This is 89, but that's outside. Let's mark this candle. Let's go down to the 15-minute. That's 41 pips. Also 41 pips. And 49 pips. So that's the candle right there. Okay. But what I would do is I would take the 30-minute candle. Yeah, the 30-minute candle is much better. 66 pip candle, it's fine. Take the 30-minute because we have a tap into it already, right? We've tapped into that liquidity candle once, very little. So it's a 66 pip candle. We've just tapped into it 13 pips, right? So there should be liquidity in that candle. 397,736. Okay. Let's look at this zone again. We had drawn the liquidity candle here, but I'm going to do that again now. Okay, so on the 1 hour, this is the largest candle right here, this one, and it also has a big wick at the bottom. On the 30-minute, it's this candle. There's a 70 pip candle. That candle is outside. That is 62 pips. Yeah, it's smaller. Let's just mark this. Let's go down to the 15-minute. It's that candle, 61 pip candle. Yeah. Oh, this one, 63. It's outside. Yeah, on the 5-minute it looks crap. 5-minute doesn't look like it has any liquidity except for this candle right here. I'm gonna mark this candle. I don't like it though. Anyway, 880-277. All right. Okay, so that's the analysis. 30 minutes, and that's the analysis. Now we wait. Now we wait. I wait. I can't buy here, even though I believe price is going to break this candle high, and we're going to continue high here, probably break this, the 5-minute liquidity candle high, which is 2827, and we're going to go through that, right? But I want to see a pullback and then to take buys. So these are areas that I can wait for a setup at, right? So the setup that I can wait for either the EMAs. The EMAs are just here, so price pulls back to the EMAs, somewhere there, or to the liquidity candle. Or if that liquidity is not enough, then it pulls back further, right? Now you got to keep in mind, if you look at the 4-hour, we've been making we've been making higher highs and higher lows, right? Uh, and price needs to make a liquidity grab, right? Now I would like to see that liquidity grab around 2800, just like I said yesterday, for price to push again up to 2850. I'd like to see that 2800 tapped again, right? 2800 being tapped for price to head to 2850. That's a 500 pip move. That's what I'd like to see. That's the trade that I would like to be in on. If I do get a trade around here, I would hold that trade, hold at least majority of the position to 2850. Right, put stops at break even and hold that trade. If I can get in low here, as low as I can. Okay, so yeah, so now we wait. 1 hour closed bullish. Yeah, there's nothing to do, just have to wait. It could also be today, it's possible that today also we might have like a small body bull candle close, like a lower trading volume today. That's possible. So if you have lower trading volume today, then you might have a smaller candle close, like a 200 pip candle or a 220, 250 pip candle, right? Setting up for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's possible, right? Because usually, if you think how it happens on the lower time frame, you see before explosive move, you'll see a small body candle close, right? If it's a bullish explosive move, and I'll show you examples. I'll show examples on the lower time frame. You have like a small candle close just before that, and then the explosive move comes, right? I did share this yesterday as well. I'll explain it again here. So if you remember here, before that big move, before this big candle, uh, was it this 30-minute, 15-minute, I think. Yeah, this one, 1300 hours, IC markets over time. Yeah, this one. So before this big candle, 64, 65 pip candle, before this candle, it was a small candle, and this was a setup for the price to move up, right? So there was a small candle close, and then a candle double that size, right? For that, in anticipation of that bullish move. So that can also happen on the daily. You can, just like it happened here, you see a small candle close, and then a big move up, a small candle close, a big move up. So basically what it's doing is it's forming a zone. On the daily time frame, if price is to move up and close a very big bullish candle, then it's doing is it's forming a demand zone. That's all it's doing. It's forming a demand zone. It's ranging, forming a demand zone for that big move, right? When price is out of balance, when it'll make that big move. Um, so yeah, so today could be, this candle could be part of the base. It could be part of the base, right? It could be part of the base. So let's see if is this candle going to be the leg out that gets to 2850, or is this candle going to be a part of the base in candle on the daily time frame, and then tomorrow's candle is going to be that prior candle that gets to the 2850, the leg out, right? So then what you'll see on the daily time frame is a rally base rally, right? So is it going to be this candle, or is it going to be tomorrow's candle? Okay. I'll be back in 5 minutes, and then in 5 minutes, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So we've broken uh, that high. There was no liquidity above that. I mean, the price had to come and grab liquidity above that candle because there was no top wick on that candle, and that's exactly what it did. We came above the high, right? So I'm anticipating price to continue higher. Right now, I said that's going to happen when price was around here, before this candle opened, before this candle closed. So we've already made I think we made about 25 pips to the upside. I think price was down here. I said there's about a 30 pip move, and we should head up in total about 50, 60 pips. So another price should move up another 30 plus pips up. Okay, so I'll be back in 5 minutes, and then we'll discuss what price has done for the day, what the Asian session has done, what the London session has done, where the London high is, where the London low, Asian high, Asian low. We'll discuss all of that in 5 minutes. Okay. All right. Yeah, so we've broken those highs, as I said. Low liquidity, that's a sign of low liquidity. It's just compression coming down and there's nothing, and price easily broke above the highs. We should break this liquidity candle high. Okay, let's see what, yeah, 1 second, let's just, this is low broken, 917. No, we just have, okay. All right, yeah, we should have a pullback today. We should have a pullback. Okay, so let's see what price has done for the day today. Okay, so that's the open. This is the open, right? This is the daily candle open right here. Daily candle open price is 2814.6. And then that's the Asian high. It's the Asian low. 706. This is the London low. 736. Should be the London high. One double seven. Oops, sorry. Yeah, we're heading higher. It's going to break that liquidity candle high as expected. Okay. Okay, so this is what has happened. Let's go through this. That's the the daily candle open. Price ranged. There was no swing low, was no swing high. Price just ranged sideways for about 2 hours, about an hour and a half, and then we pushed up straight through into that liquidity candle and created the Asian high, and we dropped from that liquidity candle, right? That liquidity candle was marked on the 5 minute. I did that about 10-15 minutes ago, so you can go back and watch that, look at that 5 minute candle. So we came to the 5 minute candle and we pushed down. Then we tried to come and go above it again in the Asian session, but the Asian session did not have enough volume to break the Asian high and break the liquidity candle and go right through. It didn't have enough volume to do so. Asian sessions usually have less volume, right, than the London and the New York session. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it has less. Most of the time, it has less volume than the London and the NY session. So price came, tested that area again, and pushed straight down, right? Pushed straight down, and then closed below the Asian low. This candle closed below, and we continued down. We continued down to the EMAs. We grabbed liquidity from the EMAs. You can see this EMA. We grabbed liquidity from the EMA. We created M30 support. So around 9:30 server time, you can see M30 support created. So that's a good, if you're trading the London session, that's a good signal. Once support is created, the price is coming back to that liquidity candle, right? So if I was trading the London session, this is a trade that I would have taken on the retest. So once this candle closed and this candle wick pulls back, I would have entered there, stop loss under this candle, and anticipating a move up, right, into the Asian high. That's a good 140, 150 pip move, like what's happening right now. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so price closed below the Asian low, retested the Asian low. These two candles, you can see the retest, pulled down, created the London low, created an M30 support, came back to the Asian low, right? Rejected the Asian low again, pushed back, came back, closed above, closed at the Asian low. When it closes at the Asian low, that means, okay, we're breaking the liquidity candle high right now. We should continue. So if a price closes at a price level or just over it, it kind of means the same thing, right? So unless it rejects, and this is a rejection of that price level. This is price accepting that price level to continue higher. That's what it means. There we go. We broke the liquidity candle high. We're heading higher. Okay, so this candle closed at the Asian low. Next candle obviously is going to break the high, and it did, and it went up, came back to the liquidity candle, then created the London eye, pushed back down, grabbed liquidity from this liquidity candle that now we've identified. At that M30 support, we created a liquidity candle, M30 liquidity candle. It came, grabbed liquidity from that, and now it's heading all the way up again, right through that liquidity candle. So what it couldn't do in the Asian session, it's doing now in the NY session. Price has pushed through that liquidity candle, and we're heading higher. Okay, so that's the story of price so far. Now I need a pullback. Without a pullback, there is no trade setup for me. Very simple, because the M15 time frame are creating higher highs and higher lows. So you can see this is the time I start looking for my setup from 40. There we go. We're going to break the zone high. I said after we break this high, the liquidity candle high, we're going to break that zone very easily, and that's what's happening right now. There we go. We broke the zone. Yeah, we just tapped. We broke the zone. Okay. So this is where I start looking for my setup from 1400 hours IC market server time, and you can see from here onwards there is no 15-minute candle that has broken a previous 15-minute candle low. It's all high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, and so on and so forth, all the way up to here, right? So for me to trade, I have to see that pullback, right, for me to take a trade, because we're very bullish, and the move has already happened. That's a 165 pip move has already happened, right? So I need to see a pullback. Again, just like yesterday, I need to see a pullback. If I'm to buy, I need to see a pullback, support created either on the M15 or the M30, preferably on the M30, but could be on the M15 or M30, because this is a trend trade, and then price to go and retest this high and continue higher, right? That's the trade I'm looking for today, just like yesterday. Now there is, sorry, I don't want to uh, think of any sell ideas today, because we're very bullish, right? Um, that yesterday we had a bit of a pullback. I don't know. I'm not fully convinced of taking any sells. I would like to take buys, because um, even if we do have a sell, I don't know where that's going to come in, because there's no price action to the left. So I don't know where that M30 resistance is going to form. Let's say it forms somewhere here, right? If it does pull back, there is this Asian high right here. So that's going to cause a bit of a problem, unless I get like 100 pip move coming down. Then that's a different thing, just like yesterday, right? So maybe if M30 resistance forms somewhere in the next 1 hour, I might take it around closer to NYSE open, right? Closer to NYSE open, not now. I want to see M30 resistance form closer to NYSE open. That's in an hour from now, just over an hour for NYSE open. So around that time, if I see maybe M30 resistance form, maybe that could be the pullback trade, right? For price to come down and then continue higher. But the better trade today would be wait for the pullback. Don't try to trade against the trend. Don't try to take that trade down. That's a riskier trade. But wait for price to pull back. Wait for M15 or M30 support to form, and then take the trade to go up. Okay. Now, if price pulls back to this Asian high or the London high, perfect. It'll be an amazing place to take to grab a trade from to go up, right? To come and retest this high and continue even higher. And when I say continue higher, we're heading towards 2850 because we have no information apart from that to the left. So got about 5 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. Yeah, just have to wait. Yeah, okay. We have to wait. Yesterday, the NY Open had no volume. Volume came in uh, around NYSE Open, right? That's when volume came in, up and down. That was a 165 pip move up, and then 165, 175 pip move down, right? That's when I got in on my trade from here to here. It's about 100 and took about 105 pips on it. So the volume came in NYSE Open onwards. Asian session, the NY session open, NY Open was it didn't have much volume. But today, we can see that the NY Open is having a lot of volume, right? So this volume, usually when that happens, the volume continues for the first 30 to 45 minutes and then tapers down until the NYSE session, and then you have a continuation move, right? That's what usually happens most of the time, not all the time. So you have a big explosive move with the NY Open. So the first 30 to 40 minutes from 8 a.m. EST, starting from 8 a.m. EST, 30 to 45 minutes, you get a lot of volume, and then the volume tapers down. We have low kind of price starts to range, uh, pulls back slowly, and then NYSE Open, we have a continuation of that move up. Right, that happens sometimes, not all the time, but happens quite often. So it might be a day like that today. If you look at the daily candle, we've already broken the previous day high. So we are heading. So today might be the day where we create that leg out. And this might end up being the base. So you have a rally, then you'll have two basing candles, and this is the candle that will reach 2850, right? Um, yeah, yeah. So, but for me to take that trade now, it's about we have about 160 pips more to get to 2850. I'd like to see a pullback to get in on that move. Um, yeah, I'd like to see a pullback, preferably a M30 candle with a big wick at the bottom. That's my M30 support candle to go up. That's what I visualize, at least, right? That's what I visualize. Now, I don't know where that is going to happen. Is it going to happen around the London high, or is it going to come, is it going to happen further down at the EMAs or even at the liquidity candle? But price has to travel a lot if it is to get there. It can. This is gold. Gold can do anything. Probably you can have a 200 pip move down very quickly, and then a continuation if there is that much volume today and that much volatility today. But that's what I would like to see. I'd like to see a 30-minute candle with a very big bottom wick to push price up. Yeah, similar to this, right? See, very similar to this. Big top wick, M30 resistance created, price came all the way down, right? 300 and 400 pips down, 400 pips down, right? So something like that. M30 candle closed, no top wick, no top wick, no top wick. When a candle closes with no top wick, there is a 50% chance of a retracement, or there is a 50% chance that price will not retrace and continue straight away, continue higher, right? It's a 50-50 chance when a candle closes with no top wick. So if it closes with no top wick, the next candle just pulls back a little bit like this and then just continues higher straight away. It just goes up, keeps going up, or uh, price retraces because there is no range to trade into, right? When there is a wick, there is a range for the next candle to trade into that range. This, there is no range. Price has just hit a wall, right? Stopped in the middle there. And then there's a 50% chance then after this candle has closed that the next candle can retrace all the way down. 50% chance of that happening. So we have to wait. Have to wait for. I got to wait for that retracement. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for NYSE open because the move has already happened. This is a very large move, right? So if I'm to take it from pre-NY session, that's around when the explosive move started. You can see this candle, right? 34. These candles are all small candles, and you can see this one big candle that sticks out like a sore thumb compared to all of these 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 compared to these 8 15-minute candles, right? So 8 15-minute candles, that's 2 hours. So compared to the last 2 hours, you can see this one 15-minute candle sticks out. So counting from that candle, price has moved over 200 pips already, right? So trying to buy now and chase is it's not a good idea because prices moved 200 pips already, right? That's why it started around the Asian low, right? That's why it started around the Asian low, and boom, 200 pips up, right? So we got to wait for that pullback. So so I spoke about this yesterday also. The next volume time, right? Now we've had an explosive move in the end with the NY Open. The next volume time is what? The NYSE Open. So you got to be patient and wait. Wait for that pullback and maybe for a continuation, uh, for a pullback and a continuation in this the same direction, in this bullish direction. Okay, so we have got about less than an hour for the NYSE Open. So I'm going to wait until then. I'm not going to do anything, just wait until the NYSE Open. All right. Okay, I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. We have to wait patiently. I have to wait patiently. Just give me a second. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, so prices stopped there. Let's see what happens. See if you're going to pull back. This is where I would like to see price come to. Been saying this since yesterday. Like to see 2800 tap again, and then price to continue higher. There's nothing happening. I was just waiting for NYSE open. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. hmm Just waiting. About 40 minutes more. It's a doji. 50-minute candle close to doji. Nothing. So I need to see a 30-minute. Need to see 30-minute resistance form. Price to come down. Hmm. going up. Let's wait for this 30-minute candle to close. Let's see if there is some sort of structure forming. Performing resistance, clear resistance or not. Needs to close strong bearish here. And then a pullback to take sells to come down here or here. Let's see. Yeah, with about a 30 pip stop loss, maybe 30, 40 pip stop loss, 40 pip stop loss. Come down. Let's see. 30-minute candle needs to close strong bearish. So, like I said, candle closed with no top wick. 50% chance of price continuing higher without making too much of a bottom wick, but it didn't. And then the 50%, the other 50% is that price pulls back after this, right? So this seems like this is the pullback because the 15-minute candle has closed a doji, the next candle has broken the low. Continue. 30-minute candle needs to close strong bearish. Then that is a sign that this is the pullback and price could come down to the Asian high or maybe the London high. But the 30-minute candle, got to wait for the 30-minute candle to close because the 15-minute candle is just a doji, right? So price, the next candle can always break this 15-minute high. Got to keep that in mind. This high is 35.43. Let's just put a mark there. 35.43. Yeah. Yeah. Swells around here. 390. So 11. 30-minute needs to close. Minute needs to close. 6 minutes more. Let's wait. Yeah, 3 minutes more. Let's see. We should. Seems like we're closing strong bearish candle. Let's see. It's risky to take sells, but let's see how this bearish candle closes. Okay, so the 30-minute candle is closing, should close strong bearish. On the 15-minute then, this would be the setup. 711, 354. Yeah. Yeah, 43. So we close strong bearish. I want that pullback. M30 resistance is formed. Let's see if we can get that pullback to continue down. Stop loss is above 2837.1, right? So around 2837.4 or 3 pips or 4 pips above that candle high is good enough. Entries around 2833.9, 2835.5 or 4, and then again at 2836.2 or point 0.3, right? This has a larger stop loss, 30 pips. These ones are tighter, 16 pips and 8 pips. Let's see. 11. Let's see, want to get low is 97. It's already tapped this 3 RR level. We might just fall all the way down. If there is no pullback, I want to see a pullback. Ideally, this M15 candle high to be broken and then to continue down. But price can just push straight down to the London high, which is about 100 pips away. But I don't want to chase. I want that pullback because then I'll have a tighter stop loss. Let's see. If price pulls back, then I'll get in. So those are my pending orders. Stop loss above 28371, 2837.1. And the reason for that trade is because M30 resistance has formed. A candle closed with no top wick. So I said at the beginning, 50% chance of a retracement, 50% chance of a continuation. So this is probably the retracement because the candle closed with no top wick. So I want that pullback at least to 2833.5 to continue down. Yeah. So the idea is, like I said, this is the pullback for the NYSE NYSE open for the after NYSE open the continuation, right? So price ranges, pulls back, and then after NYSE open, maybe we pull back a little further, and then we continue up for the rest of the NY session. Right? That's the trade idea. We've already tapped 2829, 2829, 2829.5. So I don't know if you're going to pull back to get entry around 2833.5. I don't know. Maybe not. I was anticipating a price to stop somewhere here, then pull back, create that top wick, break above this candle high. This candle high has no top. This candle has no top wick. Break above this M5 candle high and then continue down. But we already pushed. We pushed it to 829. Yeah, we're heading down already without that retracement. That happens. Sometimes that happens. There's no pullback. And then that's my rule. No retracement, no trade. Very simple. I'm a pullback trader. I'm not a breakout trader. So I don't take the breakout, right? So that's the M30 candle close there, right? You know, some traders take the breakout, put your stops above there, and take the breakout. I'm not one of those traders. I'm a pullback trader. So I want the retracement. No retracement, no trade for me. But if you're a breakout trader, you can trade it. You can take the breakout. You might have to hold a bit of drawdown, but you can take the trade. See if you can get up there. Yeah, I'm anticipating 2835.5. Let's see. Okay. See if we can get above this high. 543 here. 283, 2835.5. Open 3452. Okay, 50-minute candle has closed. We've closed a bullish candle creating support. Let's see if we come back down here. 28.29.43. Yeah, let's see if we come down or if we're going to go up. Anticipating price to come at least to the Asian high, right? That's the at least to maybe around 2826, at least to 2826. So that's about a 80 pip move, 2826. And maybe to the Asian high, that's about a 97 to 100 pip move. Let's see if you can get there. If not, then the setup is invalid. If you just go, if you create M30 support here, uh, yeah, the setup is invalid. And we're heading higher. And I will close my positions if we form M30 support, strong bull candle here, then I'll close everything. That's how I'm going to manage risk. Yeah, so if M30 support, here's what I'm going to do. If M30 support forms here, I'm going to close the trades. I'll at least close maybe majority of them and probably keep the pending orders up here. But if it forms like a doji, then I'm going to let it run to come down to 2826. But if you form M30 support, then I'll probably close everything, or maybe keep the pending orders at the top open, right? Now, the idea is buys, right? Like I said, the idea is buy. This is a counter trend trade. It's a very risky trade, right? Very, very risky trade. That is why I'm going to manage risk very aggressively on this. Yeah, it's going to wait for 10 minutes more for the candle to close. Let's see where the candle closes. I want to see a tap back into 2829, right? We came to 2829, so I want to see a tap back to 2829. Yeah, so that's the and then in about 10 minutes also I'll also be ending the stream. So the idea is buys, wait for that pullback, wait for M30 support to form. It's better to wait for M30 support to form. M15 support is fine, but M30 support is better because we've moved 200 pips, right? We've moved 200 pips. It's better to wait for M30 support to form and then take the buys to go up. Now we might form M30 support here, then you can take the buys to go up here. If you form M30 support here, right? Keep that in mind. And your stop loss will go underneath the M30 candle low, and you take the buys, wait for the retracement, and take the buys for price to go higher, to retrace this high and go higher. And if that happens, I'm going to close these cells immediately, as soon as M30 support forms, because then that's the setup is forming for price to go higher. There's no point in holding cells. It seems like we are closing strong bullish. Let's see. As soon as we close M30 candle closes bullish, I'm going to close everything. I'll need to be quick because price will probably instantly break. If we close a strong bullish candle, the next one will immediately break the high and continue higher before the retracement. So we're going to wait and see how this candle closes. We are very bullish, so this is a very risky trade. Very, very risky trade. Once price breaks this high, M15 high, I'm going to close a couple of these trades at the bottom. 470. Yeah, because this is very risky. That's how I'm going to manage risk. Soon as you break above this M15 candle high, I'm going to close a couple of trades. Because when we're struggling like this, that means there is a lesser chance for the M30 candle to close bearish. Right? So there's no need to hold and hope. There we go. That's how we manage risk. Yeah, there you go. Closed. Yeah, we're closing, very likely closing bullish. So makes no sense in holding these trades. Okay, closed everything. There's no, yeah, just lost a very small percent. That's how we manage risk. Because if price hadn't broken this high, continued down, then I would have held it. But we are heading higher. So yeah, no, I'm not. It's taking a little too long to push down. Now NYSE open session is going to open, so we're likely to continue higher. Once we form M30 support, we should continue higher. 470896, 4796, 470. Yeah, we're forming 4 minutes more, 4.5 minutes for the candle to close. This is forming strong M30 bullish candle. That was a good close. That was a good close. Okay, so I'm going to end the stream. So if we close bullish, I'm looking to take buys, right? Stop loss under here, continuation up. Okay, we've got about 3 minutes for the candle to close. Let's wait for the candle to close, and then I'm going to look to buy, to price to continue higher. Okay, let's get rid of this. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Get rid of all of these lines. Yeah, that was a very good close. That's how you manage risk. You got to manage risk, and it's got to be logical. And I do this often. Whenever I take trades, I always manage risk. I never let my stop loss get hit. I never let my full stop loss get hit. I don't care if I'm wrong or not. I apply the same logic that I use for price action. I use that same logic to manage risk, right? So as soon as the M15 candle broke the high, we are heading higher. There is nothing to hold it here. We're heading higher. So there's no point in holding the trade. You don't need to wait up here. You don't need to take another 26 or 30 pips risk, additional risk. Just get out. I got out here. So instead of risking, 50 pips, I risk just 25 pips on that trade. All right. Okay. So that's going to be the end of the stream. Again, M30 candle closes, a bull candle closes. I'm looking for that retracement and take buys, right? That's what I'm looking for. M30 candle closes bullish. We are closing bullish, just a minute more, so we should be closing strong bullish. Wait for the next candle to retrace and then take the buys for price to head up to 2841, right? That's the first TP level, 2841, and then maybe 2846, and then 2850, right? So 2841, 2846, 2850. Those are the TP levels. Stop loss would be under 2828, under around 2828.5. And these are the TP levels. Entries will be on the pullback. Soon as the next M30 candle opens, retraces, you can buy, anticipating price to move up, right? Stop loss would be about 40-50 pips. And then your TP levels would be 2841, 2846, 2850. Okay. All right. So it's been a couple of hours. Yeah, we've broken the high already. See, that was a great close. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Okay. I've given out just one trade idea, which are buys. All right. See you guys tomorrow.